It's me again. Oh, you don't know me? Rosey is the name. Road to Perception is my game. Okay, I don't use this platform to try to become famous or anything of that nature. I use this platform to get my message out there about being blind. It's not vision impaired. I'm not. I am totally blind. I have friends, like I've stated before, in different stages of blindness, and it affects them very bad. You don't understand how bad it is until you've been there. I've said that once, and I've said that 1,000 times, I think. I know that in my earlier years, I used to do things and not even cared about it. I heard old people saying, or elderly people say, if you haven't walked a mile in my shoes, then don't open your mouth. If you haven't been where I've been, don't say anything. And I understand what they mean by that now. It's something that's eye-opening, and it's very serious. You don't really know how I feel inside unless you have done some of the things I've done, gone some of the places that I've gone, and be in the position that I am in right now. But there's a lot of things that I can do, as I said once before. This is a time of somewhat sadness because, as many of you know, Hurricane Ida came across New Orleans and Grand Isle and Homer, Louisiana, across this wonderful Gulf Coast of Mississippi, starting at Bay St. Louis and all the way over to Pascagoula. We didn't get as much damage as Louisiana did. They were, once again, torn apart. This one was worse than Katrina, but Katrina tore New Orleans up, and that was because of the floodgates over there not holding up, and it flooded the city. This time we had a lot of wind. This is the second hurricane that I've been in that was destructible. Zeta was the first one, and now this is Ida. I didn't get any damage that much this time. My little damage have been repaired already. I still have a few things that I need to do, but they're very minor. But in New Orleans, people over there are still trying to pick up the pieces. And I'm saying all of this to say this. It's because we have blind veterans over there now, and not only blind veterans, there are other blind civilians that's going through some of the same things as the veterans is, just not being able to pick up the pieces like that because they don't have anybody to help. I call around to all the veterans that I do have that has been affected in Louisiana, and I call these people and I ask them how they doing, what do they need, is it anything can be done right now, and there's nothing that can be done. But if you can get a telephone call through to the ones that you know, that is helpful. It is so sad to know that we have veterans that know veterans and used to have their phone numbers and don't even call them or text them to find out how they're doing. And that's one thing that we need to do. The blind veterans mainly needs to do that because we don't have people to come and help us and be with us like that. It's a sad thing to say, but sometimes I feel like some blind veterans are treated like third-rate citizens. And they will tell you that themselves. Some of their own family members won't even help them out or try to come and talk to them and spend a little time. And what I come to figure out and find out is this, is that because you are blind now, you can't do anything for them, so they don't have any time for you. When you had everything available to you, your hands, your eyes, your ears, your legs, and everything that's functioning, that's mobile on you, and you can help them out, oh, they love you to death. Now that you've gone blind, you have a plague. They don't want to be around you. They think that it's contagious. Blindness is not contagious. It is a disease that only you and you alone can get. Sometime you can inherit this disease, and it will cause a big problem for you once you inherit it. I didn't inherit this blindness that I have. There is no one in my family that I know of that's blind. I researched and I dug down and I went back 4 or 5 generations to try to see if there was anyone in my family that had gone blind, and I couldn't come up with anyone. There's no one to speak of. So here I am. But getting back to the other blind veterans and this hurricane issue, we need to check on our fellow veterans and see how they're doing and try to help them out if we can, and not stop thinking about self and self only. They're saying that it's going to take, in some cases, about 30 days to get all the electricity back up, because there were over 1 million people in Louisiana that were without power. And that's a lot of people. You're not only talking about New Orleans, but you're talking about Baton Rouge, you're talking about Prairieville, Walker, Livingston, Covington, Louisiana. And that's all southern Louisiana areas. Therefore, those places was hit very hard. Now, Ida took off and started going northeast and going up through northern Mississippi and Tennessee area, and now it's going through New York and Jersey, and it's not being easy on those people either. There's a lot of deaths that's happened up there because of Ida. So therefore, you know that this hurricane, once it leaves, stop being a hurricane, it can go into a tropical storm that causes a lot of floods, and it could be devastating. Not only do we have that going on, but man, let's look at the fires out in California. Just think about the hurricane that went up the East Coast not too long ago. There is so much of stuff that is going on in this world today, and we're dealing with other issues. And it's just getting hard on people. It's getting depressing. But so if you can lift up the spirits of one, or try to do something for somebody that'll lift their spirits up, then please do so. Don't think that you're the only one that has a problem. You know, your problem may be rectified once you help someone. You never know. Try. It may help you in the long run. So I tell you, I'm gonna cut this one pretty short. I think there's enough sadness going around right now, and I don't want to talk too much on this subject. I think I want to leave it alone. But I tell you, if you keep your eyes up to God, keep your heart and your mind right, eventually you and I will get there. This is Rosey, and I'm out of here again.